So here we are on a wonderful Saturday evening at the Southeast Ohio Solar Haven. Yep. Doing a shallow or however you're saying, digging holes. Ran into a hole problem there. Holy moly. That sandstone will eat you up. But we're down in there. Yeah, if you're asking, yeah, it's right next to the septic tank. No issue, because I know the tank and I know where it's at. But yeah, getting the initial line up here, I think that's pretty good right there for getting the lining it up there a little bit. Trying to. And then I got to bring it back over this way. It's going to be a little bit of a tilt there, or angle on this hill right here, but it's not going to be too much of a drop. I think it's like 1.5 feet, 2 foot drop real quick. So it drops quicker going down this way. From here to about here is about a 3 foot, 4 foot drop. So it's pretty substantial drop in about a 10, 12 foot span. It's kind of like this little hillside right here, you know, going up, and then there's the panels for the big array. This is going to be a secondary array. I haven't totally decided the orientation yet, but we're getting there. So I'll bring you back into another part of this clip, you know, just like that. You'll be right back at it again. This might take a day or 2 or 3, who knows. Surprise, it's done. Sorry we didn't get much video of the build. Bob the Builder, as we like to call him, came up and helped me whip this sucker out. Actually, I had the first 3 holes dug out, and then yesterday evening he came up and we dug the back 3 out and got the support post concreted in. Now we used the red bag whatever concrete, the fast setting concrete. So to give you an idea, these holes are 24 inches deep. Plan on at least 1 bag of concrete per hole, maybe 2. We ended up using 10 bags altogether, depending on the hole and what happens, you know, with sometimes the holes get bored out bigger. But yeah, we got it dug up and planted and put in the ground. Now, as you can see, I use Unistrut. You can see how these are put together. You kind of got to bend that a little bit and cut those. Now I'll put something over top of these right here to protect, you know, from scraping against them or whatever. But I'll take you to the back side. Very simple setup using Unistrut. As you can see how it's bolted on there. And what we did up here, instead of trying to bend one of those down here, we just used a single number 8 high strength bolt. Now you gotta make sure you got these, you know, you gotta make sure you got those. Woo, I'm falling down this little hillside. Blooper, nah, whatever. But yeah, you gotta make sure you get those nice, plumb and straight. This rack here is 14 feet wide. 10 pieces of Unistrut all together. This is set at a 45-degree angle, so it catches the sun in the evening big time. This is as you can see, the sun's bright. It's about a little, what time is it? 7:15 in the evening. I still got sun on these panels. The idea was to get that extra power in the evening. This right here is suntan solar panels. Picked them up for 50 bucks a piece. You can't complain. If I can get in here, and it's kind of covered up on the specifications, but you might be able to see those a little bit. They're supposed to be 260 watt panels. As you can see there, I'll sit there and let you look at it a little bit. You can pause and look, see if, whatever, you can get the specifications. Also, and come back underneath here, I want to give a shout out to JW Solar. Here a while back, he sent me these end clamps. Makes the job, you can see right there how they go on, makes the job so much easier. I had some leftover mid clamps right here for the solar panels from the big build array, but as you can see, I put 4 of them on there. I can actually extend this rack out wider. I could have 6 panels on there. I could use whatever size I could put 350 watters or 400 watt panels on this. So that might be something later on for an upgrade to do, maybe. But for now, this is gonna be an evening array. And you know, for those that are just wondering how I put this together, it's just simple, you know. Stuck a bolt through it there. It's not rocket science, people. It's called common sense. A lot of people stress that you got to use nothing but unistrut hardware, and you really don't. I mean, there is areas you like these brackets here, that comes in handy. You can bend it up to your angle and stick a bolt in up there like I did. Worked out just fine. Concrete your post in, make sure everything is plumb. We did have a few issues getting this plumbed up, and we got out on that far side, which I'll show you here in a second. But that's okay, because you can adjust for it. It's this way this hill was messing with us. You can see here when I pull back, everything looks nice and even. And then I'll come over here, and you can tell that back hole got kicked out on us. It kicked out on it. We got kicked out on the back here a little bit, but that's all right. Still does the job. So I'm not saying it's 100% perfect, but it's close enough to do the job. But it's finished up there to anything I like. Another little dip there. The only thing I got to do now is get everything wired up. I'm going to run that over here to the big array and wire in to the box over there, and then we'll have this extra power for the evening. This will probably be good until sundown. I mean, it'll make power, but right now, you know, like I said, it's 7:15, 7:20 in the evening where most power falls down. But the way the sun comes up over the hill here, it comes up behind me. But either way, this array will see full power all day. Well, not full power all day, probably about 11 o'clock. It'll start getting sun and it'll see power for 8 hours minimal. And then that's during summer hours. So anyway, thanks for watching. Sorry I didn't get any more video of the build, but you kind of get the gist of things on how everything's going through here, and you see how things are done. Like I said, 10 pieces of unistrut, get your bolts, get your concrete, you'll be golden. So click like and subscribe. It only hurt once. And click the like button and all that happy stuff. Thank you, and have a good day.